Okay, now Pinterest is an image sharing service where users can pin images of interest. And the way that I think of Pinterest is, think you've got a big pin-up board on there and you're doing arts and craft, or you're doing scrapbooking, and you cut out the manual photos, what are they called, like the actual printed out photos, and then you pin them up on there. And then someone comes to your place and they go, oh, I love your pin-up board with all these beautiful pictures you got on there. So it's similar to that, but instead of pinning them up on your board in your house, you're pinning them up on Pinterest, like a social media application. And other people can view your collections of pins and find them interesting and like that and engage with that. Now, the original idea for Pinterest was to be a virtual replacement for paper catalogues. So this used to be quite a big thing, a few years ago, a few decades ago, where a lot of advertising was done. You'd get these graphic designers to make a catalogue, and then you'd put all your products in there with the captions and the product codes and stuff like that, and they could flip for these catalogues and they'd see what products were available on the market. All right, so that's quite expensive, because one, you have to do all the printing and paper and the graphic designers and that sort of stuff, and then distribution's quite expensive. So it's kind of a newer, better way of doing that. The funny thing about Pinterest is it's overwhelmingly female, and I mean overwhelming. It's like a lot of females on there, because it first became popular with the arts and crafts. So think about knitting and scrapbooking and sewing and all these types of things, right? And typically Pinterest users have higher incomes because these are hobby things, right? So the people that have the time and money to spend time on these hobbies also are more likely to want to spend and engage with these social media activities as well, right? And that's one thing that makes it unique and sets it apart. So if your business is involved in the like hobbies or interests, arts and craft, that type of stuff, Pinterest is a great place for you to be for that reason. All right, Pinterest was launched in 2010 and it currently has over 450 million users. So it's not the biggest social media one for its potential, I think, but it's still pretty big and it's niche. Remember, females with high incomes. So if that's your target market, you've got some. It's a really good thing about Pinterest. It really captures that niche segment. The home screen. So this is a picture of a home screen. No, this is not mine. This is one from a screenshot. Contains a selection of pins recommended by the algorithm. So when you log in, it goes, well, these are the pins that we think. So other people. So this is a pin here. A picture of a lady in a what's it called, in clothes. Basically, she's going, oh, how do you like my new outfit? Snaps a photo, posts it on there. People go, oh, it looks great together. Man, there's a lot of female stuff on there. There's an ad here as well about templates. So this is actually an ad. And you can see why it's very fashiony. You can see why there's a lot of women on there, right? These pins can come from friends. These pins there's a missing word there. Can come from friends, followed accounts, or just random accounts. And I was going to delete the word random because it's not completely random. It's just accounts that Pinterest thinks that you might find useful. So if you like or follow these, if you're repinning the post from one account, and then the algorithm determines, well, there's another account that's similar that a lot of other people that like the account that you like also like theirs, then there's quite a high probability you're going to like that one as well. So they'll show you new content to keep you interested. Now the home screen changes with the number of columns based on the width of the screen. So this is quite cool. So when you do it on the mobile, it's like quite narrow, one column, but the wider your screen is, the more columns you get, so you can sort of see more stuff. Unlike Facebook or Twitter and LinkedIn and stuff like that, it's just got a central feed, and the wider your screen is, just the more side space you've got. This one, the whole lot fills up, so that's pretty cool. I like that. And Pinterest is really good on computer screens. I mean, a lot of people use it on mobile and just keep scrolling, but it's also equally good on computers. And advertising can be used to build awareness of your products or your market offerings, generate traffic to your website, get actual conversions such as purchases or filling out forms or whatnot, and then offline sales where you take people off the social media or into your store. So this is bricks and mortar, and Pinterest seems to be really good for that as well. So Pinterest compared to other social media applications. So Pinterest uses visual first formats that include, so when you do advertising on there, like you got to think visual. A standard pin format, which is, no, not, this is sort of like a standard pin, but it's actually a video, this one. I'm going to go back a screen here. So you can see this is a pin there, that's a pin, that's a pin. So basically your ad looks just like a normal pin, but it's sponsored to show up on people's home screen. You can do a video, which is autoplay like that one there. As you're scrolling, it just plays a video with no sound, I believe. And you get shopping, which are product ones. So you just go, here's a product that we've got, and you click on it, and it takes you to a e-commerce to where people can actually buy it. And then we've got the carousel where you can swipe through different products that you've got available at the same time. So that's Pinterest. Specialized, but really cool. Right, we're going to look at now YouTube. Now YouTube is a beast of a social media application. It's said to be one of the least social parts of social media, but I tend to disagree with that. It can be quite clicky. Like the communities on YouTube can be very specific around these niche interests, right? So it can be broad, but you can get these YouTubers, like these content creators, they can get quite a loyal group of following base, right? And then the products that they promote, so if we're paying them, can have a massive influence, because especially if they're reviewing them and doing things with them. I'm a big consumer of YouTube, and it's a really good way of determining, like when you're building computers, building your own gaming computers and stuff like that. There might be YouTube channels that review new gaming technology that comes out, like graphics cards and hard drives, RAM, all that type of stuff. And it's quite hard to comprehend all that stuff, so review sites like that. So that's one of the really techy niche ones. The other side of it is got these massive influencers, such as like PewDiePie, who's basically played Minecraft, and they had a massive following, and then the products and stuff that he recommends, goes out to a very big reach. The central interest thing that follow that would be video gaming and Minecraft, but it's still a very broad group of people. So it's an online video sharing platform. It was launched in 2005, it was bought by Google in 2006 for $1.65 billion. YouTube has only over 2.5 billion users and making it the second largest social medium. So you've got Facebook and then YouTube. So users upload video to their accounts and viewers can watch and comment on them. Collectively, users watch more than 1 billion hours of video every day. So just to comprehend that, it is massive. So you can imagine the servers that are needed to be able to upload these videos to and make available people to serve them. So we are talking massive scale here. It's mind-blowing the amount of data that moves through those servers. Right, so YouTube. Businesses can create a YouTube channel with multiple administrators, which is good. So you might have like your company, and then you use like the Gmail, like the Google things on there. So you have multiple people with Gmail accounts that can actually log into that YouTube channel and then edit and manage it, moderate it, do whatever you need to do in there. Marketers can use those channels to post video ads relevant to promote their business. So that you basically shoot a video like a commercial and upload that, so that people come to the YouTube channel and they watch your commercials, which is one way of doing it. But they can also upload entertaining videos that generate views and engagement, which is a lot better way of doing that. So don't think of it as just making ads like the old school TV where you make an ad and then you'd force people to watch your ad and go, oh, hopefully they like it and then buy it. You want to create content where they go, oh, this is actually quite interesting. I want to, for entertainment purposes, actually go on there and watch that. So these could be infomercials where you show people around your production facilities, or where they get to meet staff, things that people want to see, giving them access to that. Also, it can be quite technical things, like if you're selling products, then on your YouTube channel you'll do tutorials explaining how to use those products or features and stuff like that. So it's quite powerful in what it can do. And advertising on YouTube can be with CPV, which is cost per video, CPM, cost per mile, and CPA, cost per action, depending on the format used. Now there's quite a few options to use on YouTube. So at the risk of being overly complicated, you've got a lot of things to work for. Now remember, it's a very big social media site, and a lot of people use it to provide content. So from Google's perspective, they want to try and make it, cater to as many people as possible. So if it seems complicated, you just go with the skippable ad stream to start with. That's what I'd recommend, and then get more complicated for that. So default to that one. Now the skippable in-stream ads, they run for 5 seconds. So users can skip. So you only charge for the views where they actually view the whole thing. Or I think it's actually 30 seconds. Don't know if you view the whole thing, but if you get to a certain point or actually click on it, then you get charged for it. Who does it serve? So you get YouTube videos. So when you watch your YouTube, you'll come up the bottom, a quick 5-second ad, and then GVP, which is Google Video Partners, I believe. Basically, when you're on your mobile phones, you install a YouTube app on there, and then it's just more ways of viewing YouTube. These non-skippable ad streams have in-video ads, bumper ads, which are like the little button thingy, like clickable display banner type thing overlaid on the ad, where you click on it and go to the site. And then outstream ads, which is used only on mobile, so when you're scrolling, it actually starts playing the video and without sound, I believe, and then you can click on that if you want to see more of it. And then mastheads, which are at the top of the page. So when you go to on your scroll on, so when you go log into YouTube, you'll see at the top like an ad basically. It's not that popular. I think the most popular one is the skippable in-stream ads. And the beautiful thing about that is it puts the emphasis back on us as marketing people to create content that's going to be engaging and exciting within 5 seconds. Within the first couple of seconds, people have decided whether they want to see it or not. So you need to make that 5 seconds as informative and entertaining and as interactive as possible. Alright, so that's it for that. We're going to stop it here, and then the next section is going to be Snapchat and TikTok.